listening to the FTWpodcast.com, where we talk about wrestling in all of its laughable glory. Here's a clip from this week's episode.
Alright, so time for quick hits. So you guys new to the show, each one of us is going to get 30 seconds to sign off on a news topic. If there's time afterwards, we'll scream at each other for a little bit. Former WWECW talk show host Abraham Washington, remember his terrible show, everyone, has been lurking around scouting talent such as Mark Henry and the wrestlers in Raw's tag team match of Big Show and Great Khali versus Epico and Primo. Who do you think he'll sign to manage, and do you see him developing a theme stable or just a kind of Heenan's Family type stable of hodgepodge amazingness? Go Joe!
I would love to see the Heenan's Family type thing going on where it's just a bunch of guys who end up covering each other's asses, and that's really the only big thing other than, like, Abraham Washington managing them. Who could I see go in there? I would love to see almost like rebuilding a job squad for it. Like, I mean, you get...
oh, my God.
Hawkins and Rex, I think, should be the first two.
All right, Rob.
Yeah, I'd like to see him build the Heenan's Family thing. I think would be, if you're going to have him build a stable, that's probably the best option. Mark Henry makes a somewhat logical choice, since Mark Henry in the past has been associated with him and Tony Atlas, although those were both horrible gimmicks. I could see the WWE throwing Henry in there to give this the stable legitimacy and build from there. Outside of that, I have no idea who you really had.
All right, Bill.
I think it'd be awesome if Abraham Washington stole Dolph Ziggler from Vicky Guerrero and then took him to the top.
That would be interesting. I'll admit that. I'm with you on that one.
Oh, and you've got an interesting...
Dolph's already had his opportunity with Vicky Guerrero, and kayfabe-wise, that didn't play out. Like, he couldn't stick at the top with her, so... Cool.
And you've got a good storyline. You can start a feud between Ziggler and Swagger.
Yep.
As the two managers go to war with each other. That's some good stuff there.
Then Abraham Washington and Vicky Guerrero can end up having a love child, and it'll look like a hand.
They could have a evening gown match. That'd be nice.
All right, here comes my dinner.
Garv, go.
The live chat is in agreement with Bill on Dolph moving over. I could see it, but at the same time, I think Dolph can work well by himself. I don't think he really needs a manager per se. And the same thing can be said about Mark Henry. I thought it was kind of strange that he first went to Mark Henry about being his manager, because we raved about Henry's recent heel turn and his heel push, that he was able to carry himself. So yeah, I don't necessarily want to see him with that, but it should be noted they're talking about in the live chat as well. But Darren Young and Titus O'Neil were just drafted to SmackDown. It's possible that they could use him in that situation.
I don't know. I mean, Abraham Washington, I just really hope he doesn't do another show. Sniffing around everything, that's great, except, I mean, I'm kind of with Bill on this, but whenever we have stable versus stable fights in WWE, they just tend to be dropped after a while, because for whatever reason, they don't just work. I mean, NXT was working for a while, but there was no counter to NXT, and so it just kind of, bleh. So I'm kind of worried that if they did do something like that with Abraham Washington, where he got a few guys, and then they got Vicky Guerrero and got a few guys, maybe that would work. Although the problem with that is that you would have Abraham Washington as a face, and I don't know, the guy just doesn't strike me as someone who could really play a good face.
Well, you've heard our thoughts, but now we want to hear from you. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter, and even join us live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. at the FTWpodcast.com.